Okay, in this next example, you're asked to do synthetic division of a polynomial. Here also it's very important to remember if there is any missing exponents, you have to give placeholders. And also remember, an important thing to remember is when you are doing synthetic division, you can only divide by a factor of degree 1. So in other words, if I have an exponent for x, anything greater than 1, then I cannot do synthetic division. In that case, I have to go into long division. Okay, so how do you set up for synthetic division? And when you do synthetic division, we kind of use an upside down like an L. Okay, and then you would write just the coefficients. So when I look at this 4x cubed, 4 is the coefficient of x cubed, right? And then the next term, I should have an x squared. I don't have any, so it should be a 0 x squared. 0 is the coefficient of x squared. Then I should have another 7x. So 7 is the coefficient of x, and then minus 21. Okay, 21 is the constant number. So when you do synthetic division, the only highlighted yellow numbers is we are writing. We do not put any variables in there. So when I do that, I kind of leave some space on the bottom and write this 4, 0, 7, and negative 21. Okay. Now also since I'm dividing by x plus 2, x equals negative 2 should have been the solution or factor or the possible value. So take the opposite of the sign that you see and put it outside. Okay, and that's all it's asking. Show how to set up the synthetic division problem. That's what the question is asking here to do. But I'm going to go one step further and finish this problem so that you know how to do synthetic division. So when you do synthetic division, the first step is just bring this 4 down and just write it down. Okay, don't do anything. Now the next step would be you take the 4 and multiply it to the negative 2. 4 times negative 2 across. 4 times negative 2. So you go 4 times negative 2. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, and you write it below the 0. Now the difference is when you go down, you're adding. So as you go down, so you go 0 plus negative 8, which is negative 8. Now repeat the same process. Negative 8 times negative 2, which should be positive 16, right? And then I go 16 plus 7. 16 plus 7. 23. Now I go 23. Let me clear the screen. 23 times negative 2, which would be negative 46. Now I'm going to add, so negative 46 plus negative 21 would be negative 67. And this last number is your remainder. So how do I write it backwards? So this is always going to be 4. So this is the coefficient of the leading term, 4. And since I started with a cube here, my answer is going to be 1 less than that. So it's 4x squared minus 8x plus 23. And negative 67 is the remainder. This is the quotient. Again, it'll help you, but for this particular problem, since the question is asking how to set up, all they wanted was the setup of this part. All they wanted was that.